Hi, my lovely spectators, Dee here. Welcome to my studio. So today is Test Me Tuesday, and this particular video for Test Me Tuesday has to do with the Roxy's challenge. So let me get those details. They are hosted by Racheal of Roxy Creations, and it is the Roxy Weekly Challenge 2026 hashtag. She posts her videos on Fridays, and so she posted hers on the 30th, and this is the following Tuesday, which is when I want to put up my interpretation of the challenge. It is all about mask making, and the prompt is glassine envelopes. Doing a super quick simple idea of hers was, glassine envelopes, decorating it in a very neutral palette, and then being able to kind of, have them ready to go if needed. So my thing was, we just not so long ago, and this is not knocking anybody, I'm just saying, week number 3 was simple vellum envelopes, kind of the same thing. So to me, the vellum and the glassine are kind of not interchangeable, but very similar in that they're see-through, they're white, etc. I had to create envelopes in that challenge, and I did that with you guys in some tissue paper that I had, which is like the paper from the doctor's office visits, etc. So this time around, I was like, I'm not going to do the whole creation of video of the envelopes with you guys, but what I'm going to do is create envelopes, but not with glassine because I don't have that, and I'm not going to do the tissue, so I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I have this and this. What is this? This was listed as being cicada paper. It's very thin, like tissue. It takes glue super quick, and it like sucks it up. Let me move up a little bit. You're a little too close. On top anyway. And so I made some sacks, right? So she actually had the glassine sacks with the little rounded top, and basically collaged a little neutral element. So, and since it's mask making, I made 10. I took 10 sheets of paper. The glassine paper was about let's see, this width, and then another 9 inches. So probably something along the lines of 14 by about 9. So a much larger than legal or letter size. So I cut it into squares to make these guys. So I did the 9 by 9 squares, and then the remaining part of it, I made these little pockets. So I have 10 of these and 10 of these, and we're going to decorate. So I'll start with the bigger ones. Now, yes, they are very flip-floppy, and that's fine. You can see through them as well. So if you were to put in something to the bags, you could see them. Okay, these are not something that you can, in my opinion, just plop on a you can't glue it onto something. This is really going to be something that's going to float within your pockets. Okay, so the next thing is that in order for me to do the gluing, I need to kind of put something in while I do that little piece. See, the glue from making them has glued this little corner shut because it goes through so easily. So let's see, I don't want to rip that, so we're just gonna try to do our little first cluster. Will be somewhere over here. So I'll glue it, I'll make sure it's patted down, I'll take this out, and then I'll reuse it. And so I'm trying to also make it kind of like simple, right, and very easy peasy. So I had a bunch of scraps from, I don't know what paper pad this was, but I had them cut in these little I think these are like almost, yeah, like ink oh my god, what's the word, ink pad size. So I had these, and then just to change it up, I had already cut these. So these existed, I just stumbled upon them in my space. So I'm going to use this as a first layer because they're all pretty neutral. There's nothing that's screaming a ton of color. So I'm going to use this. And then I wanted another introduction of another something something. So I grabbed some book pages that I had coffee dyed, and we'll take a piece of those and we'll layer. And then I wanted to also incorporate something oval. But I had these guys. Now, I didn't notice that they had, like, some of them have the word love. But I thought I would just add this to the mix. So let's do one, see if that's the direction we want to go. And then we'll just go from there. Because I did want to have, like, a circular item as well as part of this. But I want it rectangular. So let me get my little tiny ruler so that I could cut up some of these things. But we already have some that are kind of cut up. So let's just play. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we take this. Now, the clusters are supposed to be like little, kind of like little, but I'm not going to cut this down. It's already cut. It's already shaped. So I'm going to leave it like that. I want to add another piece across it. I think I am going to need to incorporate something with this because that is too little. So you know what? I'm going to pull out, see if I can, maybe I have some in my stash. Yes, I do. I have some in my scraps, right? I'm going to introduce some black. So I've got some black that had gotten like bent up and stuff like that. And I'm going to grab a punch. I'm going to grab my little circle punch. Let's see. I got a 1.5. See if that works out. Or maybe we'll use a square. So let's try that out. Okay. So let me just get one of each for now. So we've got a nice square. Or we can do a circle. And let's see if that's going to help with the design. Okay, so if I use a circle, it's going to be kind of like that's going to be in the middle, right? And yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Let's see. Let's grab my inks. What do we want to ink with? Should we go vintage photo? Should we go something a little fun? Let's stick with the frayed burlap. What is this one here? The ground espresso. I have forest moss. I mean, I have others, but these are the usual dark ones to do the inking. And what's this one over here? Walnut stain. Let's grab the walnut stain. And let me grab the actual ink pad. Walnut stain, where are you? Okay, here we go. So we're going to just rip off a couple of pieces, right, of that. We're going to ink around the edge to just get rid of that white that's crawling out to us. Okay. And I'm just going to a little bit because it's a little gray. Let's put that there. This guy has already got his little grunge on, so we're not going to do anything to that. Let's get the little, let's see. I have a bunch. These were in the Dollar Tree. So, you know, it's like, ooh. So I think the Fleur de Lis in this color might go a little better. So let's do that. Let's put the little Fleur de Lis on to the circle. Okay. And then we'll just do something like that. Yeah. I think that's cool. I think that's enough. And if I want to add something a little more later on, that's totally an option. So we'll get our glitter glue. So the Fleur de Lis is down. The circle is going to go down. And then the brown paper, the word book paper is going to go down. And then we're going to glue the entire thing to the envelope. So we're just going to put, not a lot. This envelope is very porous. It's going to suck this glue up so fast. And you'll be done. Okay. So let's take out Let's make sure it's nice and pressed down. Okay, and then let's take out our little thing. And here we have our first little envelope decorated. Okay, so I wouldn't press anything else together now with this paper. And if I do, it'll pass through to the back, and I don't want that to happen. But that's good. We're going to take this and put it off to the side. Okay, so yeah, you know, if you don't have glassine, if you don't have vellum, if you have a little bit thicker of a tissue paper, then by all means you can do this, right? So let's do another. I'm gonna take this. Now I picked up a little bit of glue, but not a ton, and it's already dry. So this one, again, I got some stucky pieces, right, because of the glue seeping through to the back. Let's see if I can separate it. I doubt it. Nope. So we're gonna just have to roll with it. Okay, so now we're gonna put it over here, because why not? Let's grab another one. Let's see here. Yes, I like the tone on tone, so let's grab this one. And let's see. So we want a base piece. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to teach you how to make clusters. This is just what I'm doing right now. So I have a base piece right there, a piece of book page, or any kind of paper, really. Let's do a little bit of writing paper that has been coffee dyed, right? And it has that little line there. Not bothered by that. Where's my square? Okay, my square can go here, and then let's see. Let's pull some blue. Let's see. And we can do that. So I think it'll work with either one. You know what'd be interesting? Putting it on a diagonal. Let's do that. Okay, now these feel super sticky, and I didn't add glue to the other one, but I'm gonna add glue to this one. Okay, so let's put it on a diagonal, right? And we're gonna put that right there. Okay, so it's gonna mirror the stars that are happening here. And we'll have the height. Yeah, I like the height right there. If it feels like it doesn't have enough going on, guess what? Before we glue anything together, we're just gonna grab another little piece of book page. Let's see, what do I have here? Oh, I have this nice grungy piece. Let's take that guy right there, and let's add that layer right there. And I'm good. We're done. So let's glue everything together. So I'm gonna glue this square to this piece first. Okay, then I'm going to add the glue to this guy, right? And then it was going to be like that, so put that there. Okay, and then we're going to glue the majority of this, the bottom for sure, and we'll leave the top a little bit less glue, just a little swipe. And we're going to put that here. Okay, there we go. And now we have our cluster. I missed a little piece right there, so I'm going to stick glue into there. Okay, and then we're going to put our glue across the whole base. And we already have a little bit of glue that's up there. So now I'm going to put this here. I'm going to press down where I have my backing. And then we will take it out. And there we have our nice cicada wing embellished envelope. All right, let's do another. Okay. That's it. And let's do one with a cluster up here, because why not? So let's grab the base pieces, which are my scrapbooking pieces. Okay, this is calling me. I like the dark of it, but then yeah, we'll do that. Let's do a piece of this coffee dyed with a little juxtaposition of some white in there. I think that's interesting. I will ink that in a second. And then we have a clear one. Now, I do need a circle. So you know what? The circle idea is really cool. I'm going to take a piece of coffee dye paper and grab a circle just because, why not? Let's see how that looks. All right, so let's unback that. Little extra piece of glue, a little extra squirt of glue. Okay, we've got our medallion now on the book paper. Oh, that looks, I think that looks so cool. I think it looks good. It's nice. It's got some balance to it. We got a square, we got a rectangle, we got a circle. I mean, how more basic can we have, right? And then we have a bling with the little fake, what is this called? Wax seal. Mind you, there's a bunch of wax seal and stuff over there, hiding in my room. And that's something that I was like, oh, but then somebody, I forgot where. Oh, I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching one of these. Oh, I forgot to ink it. All right, we'll do that. I was watching one of these Hallmark movies, and of course the guy was a firefighter and the woman was a artist, and she had candles out. And he's like, but there's paper all over. And I also have friends who like to craft and like the idea of the wax seal. Let me add a little bit to here just to knock. I like the white, but it's a little bit much. Just a little knockdown. All right. And then, yeah, so the whole wax seal and having like a real wax seal in paper crafting, it's like very difficult. So because you may feel like, oh no, this fire. So anyway, so yeah, so doing wax seals ahead of time and preserving them and saving them might be the way to go. I need to Google and see who's done that. Okay, so again, we've used this backer in here. So when you have a very porous piece of fabric, or fabric even, very thin fabric, or any kind of porous paper where the glue just goes no matter how much you use, this is another like little trick to kind of, you know, save the other side, especially in an envelope. So here's our cluster up there. All right, and let's do one more together. And guess what? Where we're gonna put the cluster? On the other corner. So let's go and do that. And let's do book page and square. Oop, problem. We have a problem here. There we go. That one wasn't so bad. So let me put this back over to the other side. Okay. So now we're going to decorate up here. All right. So let's grab something else. Let's see what we have. So we had a black base. We had, a brown base. We had another grayish. Is that a grayish pink base? Let's see here. No, it's just gray. So let's grab something else. Oh, how about something with a little floral? Why not? We haven't done that yet. And that way we can use a pink one, but it has the word love, or it has for you. It's all right. Oh, this one has a fleur de lis. Okay, so let's grab this. Okay, and there we go. So we're gonna put that here. Now we're gonna do book page. Yes, of course. We also have some of this ledger that I had coffee dyed. So we're gonna bring this into the mix as that other little element. So we had done a square there, or a circle there. We'll do a square out of this one. And let's grab some coffee dyed pink paper. So I'm gonna cut some down. Let's see here. Okay. So it's hard to tell probably on camera that it's coffee dyed, but the texture, but like again, we're not gonna feel it. Let's drop it down that way so it doesn't interfere up there. Let's grab the square. Where's my square? Where's my square punch? Here we go. And let's grab a piece of this guy here. So let's see what we want to see. So I think that's interesting with the coffee. So we're just gonna punch that right there. And now we have this piece that we can put there. And then the pink, where is it? I just had it. Put the pink one We could put, oh, we like the diagonal. No, but I think I want it this way. Okay, and I think we're gonna do this. We're gonna bridge the three together. So I'm looking back at the screen. Yes, I like that. Okay, so I think with this one though, I will do some inking of the pink layer and go like that. Okay. All right, so I'll put that there. We have this. Let's put a little bit on the edge, not a lot because it's coffee dyed. We don't need that much on there. I like this side. I see the pink more on this side than I do the other side, and then we have our little decal. So in this case, I'm gonna glue this guy right here quickly to my pink layer right there. Okay, that's where I feel like it was. And I'm gonna attach my little bit of glue, add a layer of glue. I think we were gonna do, let's do, was it this? I don't remember, but that's okay. I think that's cool. All right, and then we're going to glue this guy completely down. Okay, so again, we've got a square, another square, this rectangular shaped pink item, and then we've got the bigger square. So there we go. Right. And this does have that round shape kind of thing. So simple little cluster. Okay, we're gonna glue like that real quick. There's already glue on that, and we're going to put this up in this corner. Okay. There we go. We press it down and it doesn't go through, and then we have our nice little envelope with a big, you know, the envelope is big. It could handle a bigger cluster. Now, the other thing that I was, that I made, I think I showed you, right? Where are they? Yes, are these guys. So these are more of a sack. And we have the same thing, this one little thing down the center. Oh, please don't be stuck like that. See, that's a problem. Okay, that's not bad. I did the separating last night. I mean, I made these last night in preparation for today. So we can put the thing on this side, or we can do this side. Now I think I'm gonna need to cut down some of these guys because this will kind of take over the entire thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna grab my punches, my corner rounder in case I have to match it, and my deco corner in case I have to match it. So we're going to basically cut these things down. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cluster here. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna need to do the little stamp looking corner, and then we're going to ink this up, and we have our first layer. Okay, so we got the rectangular layer here. Okay, so I'm going to put that down here. Then I need to bring in another element. So we have some book page. We can put that. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this because I don't want too much of a straight edge on the second element. So we have this. So now we can make like a little L cluster over here, and I want to do a circle. Where's my black paper? Here we go. I'm going to do a black circle because I think it would be a nice juxtaposition. Nice changing. It's also going to hide Anne Slee's Racing because this is from a racing book. Had a lot of numbers. You know, you look for these things when you're in the thrift store, you know, shopping for books to use in our junk journaling and for making book pages, etc. Now let's see, not a lot of colors. Let's grab this one here, right? And I think that well, perfect. It looks good. So again, 3 elements. Got the little sticker, right? Little, it's not bling bling, but you know, and we got that there. We have this, which has its own beautiful darkness and whatnot to it, right? And then we've got that, and now it's going to be glued to this. Okay, so you know why I lifted it, right? Because I forgot to slide something in here. So we're going to just fold this down over here so I could slide it in and be able to get my cluster glued down. Yeah. And luckily enough, when I made all these by hand, they happen to wind up being exactly the same, and I wasn't really measuring. I was just eyeballing it. So that little tuck thing we should be able to use all the time. So we're going to do here. Okay. And we have a nice little bag, a little sack. Like you could see whatever you add into it, right? But again, it's not something that I think you could glue. You could, I guess you could, if you put this little card in there and you put glue all over this, then you could push it on to the page that you wanted to, and then take this out, give it a moment, and then take this out. I wouldn't leave it to dry completely because then this thing will get glued in there for sure. So here we go, our first little sack. All right, let's grab another sack. Okay, so again, I'm gonna put my little protective element here. I'm decorating on this side because of the seam. It adds a little something visual there. Okay, I'm not going to use the other piece. I want to make it different. Let's add some whimsy. So let's cut one of these guys down. Okay, so where are we? Where's my scissors? Oh, I don't got that much space in the studio over here, so I don't know how I lost them. I'm going to do this one vertical, horizontal. So I'm just going to cut off that amount. And then we are going to round the corners. Let me see. Check which one I used. Yeah, I used that one. Okay. So that I can match it. Okay, so we're going to put this down. So that means we want something that's book page going up vertically. And so we'll grab that in a second, right? To match the flight of the butterflies. So we'll put this guy right here. Let's put him on this side. We're going to do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And I kind of feel like the butterflies merit some pink. I think we're just trained. We're just trained that way. So I'm going to take a piece of pink. Nothing too big. I kind of, you know what? I think I'm going to go up here because I want to keep that butterfly visible. So yeah, we'll get all the corners. We'll get all the corners. I think the pink needs a little bit of help in this case, right? Just a little bit. Okay. So we got that there. Now we do need a little piece of a book page as well, because why not? It's not horizontal, not horizontal. Let's see here. I want to add a sticker, the sticker, okay? And we do something like this. Yep, we can. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of to the edge of that, and so we're gonna put that bad boy there, and we're gonna put this white one right there. Okay, yep, I think it looks good. So again, we're gonna work from the top down, and then we're going to go towards this one, which was like that, and then we have this and this, so then we have this here, so that grabs that one. And then we're going to put glue on this guy because we want to grab this piece. Okay, and we're looking and we feel like that's the right spot. Yeah, I don't want to lose so much of that butterfly. And this one's upside down, so I'm good with losing it. All right, and then we are going to glue the whole cluster down. Okay. And put that up there. Okay, there we go. We have our little sack, our second sack. Okay, let's do another. We got another corner to do. Okay, let's grab this. Okay, it's going in nicely. Let's see. We have another piece of map, but we did that. Let's not be completely repetitive. We have some of this. Oh, we've got this. This is interesting. I like the dark with that. Let's use that. I don't think I used anything that had a building on the other one. I think I need some more ink. I might need to re-ink this bad boy. Okay. All right. So now we are going to, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, this guy is a little too wide. So let's freehand it. I did a decent job. Round the corner. There we go. And let me go back and ink this side that we just did. Okay. All right. So this is going to be our main base. I'm going to put it there. Let's do book page, of course, right? So let's do book page here. Let's cut that bad boy there. Is a little too long. So we'll do the book page right there. And then we can take this guy here. So now what do we want to put this one on? Do we want to put it on a circle? I think I want a circle again. Do I want something a little, let's do circle ledger, because it looks like it's like a financial institution. So I'm going into here trying to see if I can grab some interesting on there. There we go. Got myself my little circle. We're going to just, you know, give it a little something something on the edges. Okay. And then, yeah, this side is more interesting. We're going to put that there. And then I'm going to put it like that. So, yeah, it doesn't always have to be in the middle. I think that's a good combo. So let's get this glued. Top layer down. Okay. We're going to put that right there. I just want to grab that one because I want to add glue to the whole thing. Okay, then we're gonna have this live there. And now, oh, so sorry. Put the building back. We're gonna put a bunch of glue on this entire piece. Okay, then let's go back to where we're gonna put it, which is about here. Yep, there we go. And now we can lift the whole cluster and add glue to the entire back. Okay, did I put extra here? Yes. All right. We making progress over here. Okay, there we go. And now we can pull this one out. Don't squash it down again, right? But there we go. So we've got, how many did we do? We got the top, we got the left. Okay, so we have to do at least one more up here. So let's grab another bag. Okay. And oh my gosh. All right, they all fit. They all fit. They're pretty much the same size. I just got it got a little away from myself. And let's see, what do we want to do? I don't want to put this gray. I think it's too stark with that. I kind of like the building. We just did a building. We did a butterfly. The books. Oh, the books. The books are cool. Let's do the books. We are gonna have to cut it down. So and now I have something that I could follow to cut. We're gonna cut it down. Let's actually cut it straight down the between, so that the other piece still has the bookshelf to it. And we're not gonna toss those. We're gonna add them back to our stash. So this one had the stamp shape. Okay, and now we're going to ink up the whiteness so that it can go out of and not be so stark, right? Those edges that we cut and trimmed. So, like, you know, I don't know, remember when I made these little things, but then I was like, you make them, you don't use the whole, I think I was making like a scrapbook situation, and then with the had to relate to, I don't even know, maybe it was because I was using the entire scrapbooking Oh my god, I just went brain dead. No bueno. Let's do again this way, but not as far. So I'm gonna cut this down here. Let's unfortunately take off this little bit of wonderful darkness, but that's okay. So we're gonna put this here, okay? And then I'm gonna do a circle again with, what are we gonna do? Book page. How about this? With a little bit of, how about from here? Let's do the circle from there. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna try to, oh, it doesn't like this paper. The punch doesn't like this paper. Oh no, come on. Oh no, come on, release the paper. Okay, you know what? Let me get it in there. Hold up. Why? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? I should have known. I should have known better. Okay. She's a little cheered up, but you know what? We're going to use her anyway. Okay, we will figure this out. I gotta get that little piece. It's, I don't know. I just don't understand. Anyway. Okay. Wow. Epic fail with the punch. We're gonna just hit the little bit of the white. Now this has a little bit of a chewed up end. I don't mind that. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna go with it. We'll put it right. No, we'll put it towards this way, because why not? And then we need the little stickers. So let's see, what do we have? Do we have another brownish one? So they're all over here. I just poured out my little bag, because when I got them, I just cut them apart from the sticker sheet. I just cut them apart because, yeah, because no. Don't have another brown. Okay, I have this. I think this would be the way to go. What do you think? Or is it too similar? Yeah, it's too similar. Let's grab something else. How about we do the green? Yeah, a little pop of the green. Okay, I think that's the way to go. So we're going to again work from the top down. Anyway, yes. So we're gonna put that guy right there. Lift it up so that I could put some glue on this top area, because we're going to be attaching it to this. That's where I wanted it. I wanted that like that. So that'll pick that up. And then, okay, we'll put that over here. And now, where did I want this? I wanted it kind of up here. Okay. Yep. All right. And then we can put glue entirety on the entire thing. Okay. So let's go. We're gonna put this up here. All right. Okay. All right, there we go. So my friends, I have a bunch more to do. Do I need to do them all and torture you for an entire length of time? By all means, no. But you already got my little contribution. That does not sound right. That's not a proper word. To the Roxy's challenge. So the hashtag, of course, will be in the description, and so will the video link to her channel, not specifically to the challenge that matches this, because why would I want you to compare me to her? I'm not gonna make it that easy. No, because it's just easier, guys. It's just easier. I have a bio for the challenge that includes the link to her challenge, right? Her channel, that's the word. I am so sorry, I forgot English. Anyway, I'm just cleaning up a little bit because I want to bring out all the ones we did. So it's gonna be a mass make, because I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna say thank you so much for being here, and I'm gonna finish the rest. So I had done 10 of each, so I have about 12 more to do, but the same thing, I'm gonna rotate around the quadrants of the shape itself. So let's take a look. So for our sacks, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So we got two top ones, two on the top, and 2 that were on the bottom corners, right? So those are our sacks. So we can see them like that, right? Pretty, pretty. Okay. And, you know, again, they've been sitting there on the side. I can still see that I can separate, they're separated. So this was the first one we did with the sacks. Okay. And we just put them in our stash. And if we wanted to add another element on there, we could, but I feel like they're kind of ready to go. So this is another contribution to the jerk journaling. And now let's look at our envelopes. So we have one on the top there. We had the other one that's on the top on the other side. So we're hitting all the quadrants of the shape. And then we have one on the bottom over here. And the other one is on the bottom here. And there is our four for the envelopes, right? You could put them in the same place all the time. That's up to you. If you're putting them into a pocket, you may say that you want to be, you know, but it doesn't matter because you can just turn the envelope however you need to turn it. Maybe you want to decorate the flap. That's also an option that maybe I'll explore when I do another one of those over there. But I'll post those finalized pictures all on my Instagram of the same name, and I'll have the rest of mine posted over there to kind of publicize this little endeavor we just did. So I want to thank the new people who are here for the first time. Please like, comment, subscribe, and come back. And those of you that have been a subscriber for a minute and have come back again and again to see my shenanigans, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You should also comment and like the video. Until the next time, we will figure out what we're gonna do. I mean, I have a tons of channels in February, so you know what? You may get a couple of videos on a Tuesday, but not this Tuesday because I'm tired. Anyway, thank you so much. Again, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. And until next time, ciao, ciao. Bye.